Okay. Very cool. I'm gonna wait for a few people to join if anyone does. I'm like 2 minutes. Sure you can see me standing. Hello, my name is Katya. I'm a yoga affiliate with the Center for Spirituality, Dialogue, and Service. And today we'll be doing just a pretty easy, gentle hatha flow practice for 60 minutes. Before we get started, I want to just bring to our attention that yoga, the asanas today that we're going to be practicing are one limb of the 8 limbs of yoga. Yoga is an ancient science and spiritual practice which originated in India, and I just want us all to be aware of that as we're practicing today. And yeah, we'll be practicing asanas today, but if you're interested in the rest of the philosophy, I highly encourage you to go on the internet and try to do some research. If you use throughout this practice, feel free to use the live chat and let me know, and I will try to address those problems. I just got a notification that my internet is bad, so please excuse me if it ends up cutting out. My phone, do not disturb. Great. So before we get started, or in order to get started, if you want to just comfortable position, I'm sitting cross-legged. If you'd like to sit in half lotus or full lotus, we can do that. I can't. If you'd like, for some people it's more comfortable to sit on their knees with their feet flat on the ground and sitting on top of their ankles. But if we're sitting in a cross-legged position, you want to feel your sit bones, your tailbones rooted down into the ground. And balance your shoulders so that they're sitting on top of your sit bones. It might feel a little bit like you're leaning back, but when you're in this position, you have sort of the best support. So you want to bring your hands either to your knees, your lap. Go ahead and just close your eyes for a minute. And bring your attention to your breath. Throughout this practice, we'll be breathing in and out through our nose. And as we move, we're going to try to align all of our movements with our breath. So when we say inhale, we're going to be inhaling for the whole movement, and then exhaling for the whole contraction. If you'd like to set an intention for your practice, now is a good time. Whether that's something physical, like becoming stronger, becoming more flexible, something emotional, there's some tension you're holding that you want to let go of, or just bring your attention to this practice, free your mind of the other things that might be clouding your brain. If you have a spiritual intention you'd like to set, just take a minute and dedicate this practice to something. As your mind starts to wander, bring your attention back to your breath. Throughout this practice, whenever our mind starts to wander, we'll be bringing our attention back to our breath, back to our intention. to cultivate this space. The same seated position with your eyes closed. With your next exhale, go ahead and tilt your head over to the left side and roll your neck around the front. Inhale, rolling back. Exhale, down through the front. Inhale back. Rolling. Exhale, roll through the front. And keep going at the speed of your own breath. Be mindful to keep your back straight, your shoulders aligned with your hips, and the rest of your body relaxed. Then switch direction. And exhaling when your chin comes to your chest. And inhaling as you look up and roll. Two more breaths. And on your exhale, go ahead and just let your head hang for a minute. Inhale, we're going to come back up there. And gently open your eyes. And take our right hand and place it over our left ear. Inhale, straight back, move your shoulder away from your ear, and exhale, gently pull towards your shoulder. And breathing here. At no point in this practice should you feel any pain. Discomfort is fine. If you start to feel some pain, just let up on whatever you're doing. Feel free to always go back into child's pose if necessary. Inhale, come back to center. Release your right hand. Inhale, we're going to take our left hand, place it over our right ear or nearby, and exhale, your left ear to our left shoulder. And rolling our shoulders back and down, keeping our back straight. Thank you. Exhale, release your hand. Inhale, come back up to center. We're going to extend our arms out in front of us, dropping our palms so that our fingers are facing down towards the ground, our palms are facing out. And we're going to bring our palms down to the ground, fingers towards us, and just walk out your wrists a little bit. Inhale, come up. Just flip your hands over so the back of your hands are on the ground. Again, walk them out a little bit, alternating pressure. Inhale, we're going to come up. Our hands are out in front of us, and we're going to bring our hands to our shoulders. Our elbows are out in front of us. Inhale, we're going to reach our elbows up. All the way back, drawing a big circle with your elbows. Exhale as your elbows come down and in front of you. Inhale, open up your chest, roll your shoulders back. Exhale, hands in front of you. Inhale back. And exhale forward. Keep going with the flow of your own breath. Again, trying to align all your movements with your breath. And switch direction. Inhale, open up your chest. Exhale, come forward and close. Inhale, reach back. See how close you can get your elbows to one another when you reach back. And exhale, bring together. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Let's do 2 more. Inhale back. And 1 more. Inhale back. And exhale forward. And relax your shoulders. Go ahead and give them a little wiggle. Thank you, shoulders. Good job. Okay. So next we're going to do cow face pose. This is both a change in your sitting position and also with your arms. If the sitting position isn't comfortable for you, you can stay in your cross-legged or knee sitting position. So the goal is to get your left knee and your right knee aligned in front of you. I cannot get that perfectly, but I'm going to try because it's a good stretch. So we're sitting as much on our bottom as we can and just trying to get those two aligned. You should feel a stretch sort of in your like back glutes and then a little bit in your front hip as well. And so with our left foot over our right foot, we're going to lift our right hand up and bring our left hand behind us, bending our left arm behind us and our right hand to bring our hands to touch or as close as they can get. Inhale, feel your chest opening, roll your shoulders back. Exhale, any tension you might be holding. We're going to keep with this inhaling. As we inhale, we're going to keep trying to straighten our back. And exhale, we're going to release any tension we might be holding in our legs or our arms or our shoulders. If your hands can't quite touch, that's fine. Just get as close as possible. If you have a scarf or a bandana or some sort of fabric to sort of help you make that connection, this would be a great time for that adjustment. Otherwise, we keep breathing. Two more breaths. Straightening that back. Inhale, straighten up. And exhale, release your hands. And gently release your legs if you decide to do that. If not, stay where you are. Now we're going to switch to the other side. So tucking our left foot underneath us. So we're almost sitting on our left ankle, but not quite. And then crossing our right leg over the front. This will probably be a little bit different than how your other side felt. That's okay. We try to be in balance, but we're not all the time. This time we're going to inhale, raise our left arm up, and bend it back between our shoulder blades, and bring our right hand up to meet it, keeping our shoulders rolled back as much as we can, and trying to bring our hands to touch. And inhale, straighten your back. Exhale, release. In this position, there's sort of an urge to twist your back, but try to keep it as straight. Try to keep your shoulders as. Stay here and breathe. Breaths here. Inhale, we're going to straighten up. And exhale, release our arms. Release our legs. Go ahead and extend them out in front of you. And a nice little shake. Ooh, somebody's making noise. Next, we're going to do a really gentle little back twist before we move on to the lower half of our bodies. We're going to take our left leg and place it on the ground. So our right leg's extended, our right foot is on the ground bent. Now using our left hand, placing our right hand behind us, flat on the ground. We're going to inhale and stretch up, and using our left arm, gently twist over your right foot. Inhale, you're going to make sure you're sitting up straight. And exhale, twist a little bit further. Inhale, extend. Exhale, twist. Once you've reached a comfortable position, go ahead and just stay there. Using both your hands for leverage. Two more breaths in this position. Inhale, straighten up. And exhale, release. Now the other side, so extend your left leg out in front of you. Bring your right foot down to the ground, bending your knee. Inhale, reach up, place your left hand on the ground behind you, and exhale, gently twist over your left shoulder. With each inhale, you're going to extend up. With each exhale, allow yourself to twist just a little bit further. Once you've reached a comfortable position, just go ahead and stay there. See if you can engage your left foot, keeping your left foot flexed. Make sure your back is straight, shoulders down, away from your ears. Position. We're going to inhale, extend our right foot out in front of us, and exhale, pull our knee into our chest, trying to keep our back straight. Inhale, and exhale, pull in. Now, wherever is comfortable for you, if it's comfortable for you to go straight out, inhale, stay there, flexing your foot, feeling that nice hamstring stretch. And exhale, pull back in. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, extend. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pull in. And with your own breath, and exhale, release the foot back to the ground. Before we switch to the other side, we're going to do a little bit of knee rotations. Yeah, is that right? So again, lifting our ankle up off the ground, we're going to start drawing circles with our heel or our toe, just our foot. Circles out to the right, however big is comfortable for you. Don't push it. If you have weak knees, I would suggest starting pretty small. Again, trying to make sure that we're still balanced in our sit bones, that our shoulders are away from our ears and our back is straight. And switch direction. And relax your foot back down to the ground. We're going to switch. So bringing again, either leaving your right leg out in front of you or tucking it under. In a seated position, going to interlace our fingers underneath our left knee. Lifting our foot off the ground, we're going to start with gentle ankle rotations. Out to the left. Again, paying attention to our posture. And breathing deeply through our nose, to our belly. And switch directions. We're gonna inhale, relax our ankles. Inhale, we're gonna extend our leg out in front of us. And exhale, pull it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pull in. And with your own breath, inhale, extend, flex your foot. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pull in. Let's do 3 more. Inhale, extend. And relax your foot. Now, like we did on the other side, we're going to do some knee rotation. So again, lifting your ankle up off the ground. We're going to start doing gentle rotations to the left. Just trying to circle with your ankle. Trying to keep the rest of your body as still as possible. It's okay if there's a little bit of movement. And the other direction. And relax. Great. Okay, wait, sorry. So before we move on to our actual, before we move on, we have one more hip opener that we're gonna do. So bring your both your feet down on the ground in front of you, knees up. We're gonna lean back a bit, resting on our hands behind us. We're gonna take our right ankle and place it on our left knee. And wherever that's comfortable for you, if you're out here, that's fine. If you want to lean back to make it easier, that's fine. But our goal is to try to bring our chest and our calves together. Again, make sure that your ankle is like right over your knee so that it's not your foot and your ankle isn't collapsing. And inhale and exhale. Finding a position that's comfortable for you. A little bit challenging. And we'll just take a few breaths here. Let's do 2 more breaths. And exhale, go ahead and release that foot back down to the ground. And we'll switch to the other foot. So your right foot rooted down through the ground. You're going to take your left ankle, cross it over your right knee, supporting yourself on your back arms. And finding a place where you have a good stretch happening in that hip flexor, but where it's not painful. And we're rolling our shoulders back away from our ears, trying to keep our back straight, and really trying to bring our chest towards our knees. As we're here, breathe in and out through your nose. Two more breaths. And exhale, bend back, release that leg. Wonderful. Let's swing our legs behind us and come to tabletop position. In this position, our hands are flat on the ground, fingers are splayed out, wrists are underneath our shoulders. Our knees should be underneath our hips with our feet going straight back, flat on the ground as much as possible. Cat and cow. So inhale, we're going to arch our back, look up towards the ceiling. And exhale, curl our back, looking at our navel. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curve. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curve. With your own breath, maybe 3 more. So 3, 1 more. Inhale, look up. And exhale, curve. And coming back to neutral, we're gonna do the same thing, but now we're gonna incorporate our right leg. So inhale, as we reach up, our right leg is also going to reach back straight behind us, but bend. So yeah, so basically you're coming straight from here, you're gonna keep your leg bent, reach straight up, inhale, look up to the sky, and exhale, you're gonna pull your knee into your chest, trying to bring your knee to touch your nose. So inhale, we're gonna extend, look up, reach your right leg back, exhale, right leg in, knee nose, inhale, extend, exhale, pull back, inhale up, exhale in. 2 more. Try to keep yourself in line during this. Exhale in. And come to neutral. And now we'll switch to the other side. If your wrists are giving you a little bit of trouble, you can also make fists with your hands, and that's a little bit easier. Inhale, we're gonna lift our left, oh sorry, so same thing. Inhale, left leg up, arch our back. Exhale, curl in, nose to knee. Inhale, exhale in. With your own breath, inhale up. Exhale in. Inhale up. Exhale in. And 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale in. Inhale up. Exhale in. And back to tabletop. If you want to come down to child's pose for a second here, give your wrists a break. Just stretch down to your back. This is a pose you can come to at any point in the practice. If you ever feel like you need a break or a rest, go ahead and stay there until you're ready. And meet us back in tabletop. Again, if it's more comfortable for you to stay on your fists, that's also fine. So from here, we're gonna shift our weight a little bit over to our right. We're gonna inhale our left arm up towards the ceiling, opening our chest to the left side. And exhale, we're gonna thread the needle back through, bringing our head a little bit to the ground. So inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, thread the needle. Inhale up, twisting to one side. And as we exhale, we feel the twist to the other. 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale down and through. Inhale up. Exhale down and through. And so when we get here this time, we're going to place our shoulder and our head down on the ground comfortably. Maybe shift your weight forward a little bit, to back, whatever's comfortable. And inhale, bring your right hand up to the ceiling, allowing your gaze to follow your right fingertips. If you'd like an stretch, you can bend your right hand around your back and grab your left thigh with your right hand for a little bit extra leverage. And stay here for a moment. You should feel a stretch through your upper shoulders and also throughout your back. Breathing deeply into your stomach. Two more breaths. Inhale, we're going to place our right hand back on the ground. Gently push ourselves up, back into tabletop. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So inhale, we're going to twist up. Exhale, thread the needle through your leg and your arm. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, thread through. Inhale up. Exhale through. Two more, inhale up. Exhale through. Inhale up. Exhale through. This time we're going to drop our right shoulder on the right side of our head down to the ground. We're going to open our left arm up to the sky. Allow our gaze to follow our left fingertips. If you would like additional leverage, you can bend that left arm over to grab your right thigh to open up your shoulders just a little bit more. Stay here and breathe deeply through your nose into your stomach. Every exhale, exhaling any tension you might be holding. Any tensionless pose that you're revealing. Let's take two more breaths here. And inhale, unwind. Bring your hand back, your left hand to push yourself up, back into tabletop. Before we move on, go ahead and just your pull back. A little bit of a roll, whatever feels good. That was a lot that we just did. If you'd like to come back into child's pose for a minute, that's also a good call. Feel a stretch through your shoulders. And whenever you're ready, come back and let's meet in standing. So coming to a standing position, we're going to start out with 3 sun salutations. So coming to the top of our mat, bringing our feet together in a way that you have your weight evenly distributed between the balls of your feet, the outsides of your feet, and your heels. Your arches are pulled up. Your tailbone is tucked. Your ankles are in line with your hips and your shoulders. And you can lift up your toes and spread them on the ground for a little bit more balance and stability. So inhale, we're going to reach all the way up. Hands to touch. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Come all the way down. Inhale, we're going to step our right foot back, left foot forward, come down through runner's lunge. Inhale, look up. Exhale, step your left foot back into plank. Keeping your elbows in towards your ribs, we're going to come down through chaturanga so that your knees, chest, and chin touch the ground. From here, we can either push up into cobra, or if you'd like to push into downward facing dog, root through the tops of your feet on the ground and lift your full body up. Inhaling, looking up to the sky. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take a few breaths here. Go ahead and pedal out your feet. This is the first time we've been in this position all day. Rooting through your fingers, palms of your hand, rotating your tailbone up towards the sky and pushing your heels down. You should feel a really good stretch through your hamstrings. Inhale, we're going to reach our right foot up and bring our right foot to meet our right hand. Inhale, come up to runner's lunge. Exhale, step your left foot to meet your right and hang here just for a minute. And inhale, we're going to reach all the way up. Exhale, hands down through the center. We're going to do 2 more times. So inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, step our right foot back, left foot front. Look up towards the sky. Exhale, come down to plank through chaturanga. Chin, chest, and knees to the ground. Inhale, upward facing dog, shoulders away from ears. Exhale, downward facing dog, rolling over your toes. Again, rooting through your hands, straightening that back, shoulders rolled away from your ears. Let's take 2 breaths here. And inhale, bring your right foot up to meet your right hand. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bring your left foot to your right foot. Hang here just for a minute. Take a breath. And inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, hands down through heart center. More. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, down to the ground. Inhale, step your right foot back. Look up. Exhale, come to plank down to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 1 breath here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, bring your right foot forward to meet your right hand. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bring your left foot to meet your right. Hang here for just a moment. And inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, release. Now we're going to add on a little bit to that sequence. So we're going to start out with chair pose. So in chair pose, your feet should be together. If your ankles are touching, spread your heels just a little bit. Your toes can stay touching. Or actually, no. No, let's spread them out just a little bit more than that. But feet out in front of you. We're going to bend down as if we're sitting in a chair, making sure that our knees do not go over our toes. So when we look down, we can still see our toes. We're going to inhale. We're going to bring our hands up and follow our gaze up to the center of our hands, keeping our back straight, not overly arched. We don't want to be overly arched. We don't want to be curved. Just try to keep your back as straight as possible. Hold this for 2 more breaths. Shoulders away from the ears. 1 more inhale. And exhale, release, come all the way down. Now staying where you are, we're going to straighten out our back and just look forward. So stay where you are, just inhale, straighten out your back. Exhale, release. We're going to bend our knees and we're going to walk or step back into plank. And exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now from here, we're going to lift our left foot up to the sky and opening up our hips. Allow your left foot to fall over to your right side. Feel that stretch in the front of your hips. Rooting down through your feet, or not through your feet, through your hands, and also through your right heel. And inhale, straighten out. And bring your left foot to meet your left hand. Gonna come up for moon salutation. So a little bit higher than our runner's lunge earlier, but still your heel is up off the ground. You should feel a stretch through your front. We're gonna inhale, bring our hands up. Stay here for 2 breaths. Inhale. And exhale, we're gonna come back down to the ground. Stepping our foot back into plank. Chaturanga down. Inhale, come up. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. A minute to rest here. Head over your feet. Inhale, we're gonna reach our right foot up towards the sky. And stacking our hips, rooting through our left heel and also both of our hands to make sure the back stays straight and strong. Feel that opening in your front hips. And inhale, bring our right foot to meet our right hand, up into a moon salutation. Again, keeping your foot at more than a 90-degree angle. You never want to let your knee go in front of your ankle. So inhale, we're going to reach up. One more breath, breathe in. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Here for a minute. Now bring our right foot forward. We're going to come to warrior one. This is similar, except this time we're placing our left heel down on the ground. Front foot is facing forward. Our heel is at a 45-degree angle. We're bending through that front foot. Our hips are facing straight. Our shoulders are in line with our hips, and we are reaching up towards the sky, rotating our shoulders away from our ears, bending through that front foot, not more than a 90-degree angle, and breathing through your nose. For our next inhale, we're going to open up into warrior two. So bring our stepping our back foot out a little bit and coming to a 90-degree angle, so we're perpendicular to our front foot, and take our hands out, straight out to the side, and our gaze follows our front middle finger. Be also rotating from the hips. Try to make sure that your front knee is in line with your front foot, and that your back knee is also in line with your back feet, but just stay where you are. And breathing through your nose. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, we're going to drop our back foot, drop our back hand, flip our front hand, and gently reach back, feeling a stretch through our front side body. If you'd like to support yourself by placing avoid your knee because you don't want to put extra pressure on that joint. 2 breaths. Inhale, we're going to come back to front, and this time placing our right elbow on our right knee, and bringing our left hand up over the side. We have extended side angle. If you're more comfortable, you can place your hand either on the ground, or if you have a blocker and assist, this would also be a good time. So trying to keep our shoulders as much in line with our hips as possible. We're going to reach up and over and follow our gaze for our front fingers. Our back foot should stay rooted in the ground, heel on the ground. and our shoulders away from our ears. That's always a big reminder for me. 2 more breaths here. Now we're going to release our hands and come back through runner's lunge. And one more chaturanga. So inhale, coming back into plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin to the ground. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And now we'll do the same thing on the other side. So inhale, left leg up towards the sky. And then bring your left leg to your left foot. Bringing our right ankle down to the ground. Right foot at a 45-degree angle, left foot facing forward. Inhale, we're going to come up into warrior one. Again, trying to keep our hips and our shoulders square with the room. And our front knee bent at not more than a 90-degree angle. Breathing through our nose. And rooting through the outside of our back foot. So we don't want to be falling in on our arches. We want to be rooting through the outside, rotating from our hips so that our knee is as in line with our ankle or with our toes as possible. 2 more breaths. Inhale, we're going to open up to warrior two, stepping our left foot back a little bit if need be, keeping it a perpendicular angle to our front foot. Our front heel should be in line with the center of our back foot, and straightening our back so that our shoulders are in line with our hips, and extending our arms out. Rotating your shoulders away from your ears, allowing your gaze to follow your left middle finger. And breathe here. Two more breaths. Inhale, the next exhale, drop your back hand either to your thigh or just bent behind you. Flip your front hand and we're gonna gently bend back. Getting a stretch through our front side body. Keeping that front leg bent. And rotating our shoulders away from our ears. One more breath here. And inhale, we're going to come back up through through warrior two and placing our left elbow on our left knee, or else placing our hand either on the ground, or if we have an assist, now's the time for that. So inhaling our right arm up. And you can either, if this is a comfortable stretch for you, you can keep your right hand going straight up, or you can have it come up over your ear and follow your gaze over your right hand and breathe. Really rooting through that back foot so that you get a stretch all the way through not only your back, but also a little bit through your hips. Two more breaths here. And inhale, we're going to come back down into runner's lunge. Okay, so we'll do this on this side and then we'll switch to the other. Go ahead and drop your right knee down to the ground. And come a little bit to sitting. If you have weak knees, this is a good time to place a towel or something underneath your knee, or else you can fold your mat for a little bit more support. And we're pushing up through, how do I say this? Pushing up on our left knee to feel a good stretch through our front quad, and I believe psoas muscle. Just take a few breaths here. Exhale, relax. So we're just gonna step back into tabletop. And then switch our legs, bring our right foot forward. And bending or shifting our weight forward onto our knee, allowing that stretch through our front hip, and rooting through our right knee. If you feel a stretch when you're just here, that's totally fine. Go ahead and stay there. Don't add any pain. And breathe. Inhale and exhale, release. Let's see. Okay. All right. So let's just come back down to sitting on our knees. I want to do one more sort of like front body hip stretch. So sitting on our knees, if that's not, yeah, so sitting on your knees, you can allow your toes to sort of touch one another in the back. Or, let's see. You know what? Let's not do that. I changed my mind. We're gonna bring our feet out in front of us. Go ahead and just lay down on the ground. Inhale, you're gonna bring your left knee into your chest. And with your right hand, you're gonna pull your left knee over to your right side, extending your left arm, allowing your gaze to follow your left arm. It's important to keep both shoulders on the ground in this pose and allow your hips to stack on top of one another. Once you find a comfortable position, just go ahead and relax to it. Take a few deep breaths. Inhale, we're gonna bring our left knee back into our chest. And exhale, extend out in front of us. I'm gonna inhale, bring our right foot, our right knee into our chest. Take our right knee with our left hand, extend our right arm out to the side, and twist our right knee over the left. Allow our gaze to follow over our right arms. And breathe, trying to keep both your shoulders down on the ground. and relax. As you exhale any tension you might be holding. Inhale. Bring your knee back into your chest. Now actually bring both your knees into your chest. Let's do a nice little roll. Roll up and down. Massaging your spine a little bit. And right when you think you're about to roll up and sit down, we're going to lay back down, come into Shavasana. Go ahead and how do you explain Shavasana? You're laying down on the ground. Your arms and your hands are a little bit off of the mat. Your shoulders are rotated under, resting on both of your shoulder blades. Your feet are falling out to the side. Close your eyes. Let every muscle in your body relax. Take account of how your body is feeling now, as opposed to how it was feeling at the beginning of class. Start with your toes. Let your toes completely relax. And the balls of your feet, your arches and your heels and your ankles. Release all the energy they're holding. Bring your attention to your calves. Let whatever tension your calves might be holding to release. Attention to your thighs, and let them relax, sink into the ground. Pay attention to your hips, relax. Thank you to your whole lower body for all the work that's done today. Pay attention to your abdomen. Release any tension you might be holding there. Release your chest and your shoulders, your neck. Let your upper arms sink into the floor, followed by your forearms, your hands, your palms, each one of your fingers, one by one, your thumb, pointer, middle, ring, pinky. Finally, let your neck relax. Release any tension you're holding in your jaw, in your cheeks, in your eyes, in your eyebrows, in your forehead. All melt away. Bring your attention to your breath. See if you can remember the intention that you set at the beginning of the class. And whenever you feel ready, go ahead and roll over to your right side. Placing your right arm underneath your head, gentle fetal position. And whenever you feel ready, Push yourself up using your left hand, supporting your keeping your eyes closed. Coming to a seated position, same as we were when we first started. Take a few breaths here. Bringing your hands to heart center. Give thanks to your body, to your God, and to your mat. And I thank you for practicing with me today. I hope you all have a relaxing rest of the day and week. See you later.